Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the most gripping true crime stories from around the world. Today, we delve deeper into the tragic case of Zachary Latham. We all dream of becoming TikTok stars, but how far would you go to achieve it? Record an embarrassing video? Write a song? But would you go as far as committing murder? It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what TikToker Zachary Latham was accused of. Yes, you heard that right. The 18-year-old was arrested for allegedly killing his neighbour to gain more followers and fame on TikTok. Zachary and his neighbours have been at odds for over 2 years, following accusations that he was driving recklessly near their home. But in 2020, tensions escalated when Zachary and his wife began recording the disputes and posting them on TikTok for clout. In April 2020, Zachary filmed his neighbour, Mrs. Durham, confronting him about his speeding. This video went viral, gaining over 3 million views. The most troubling part? The comments were encouraging Zachary to escalate his behaviour even further. Today, we're diving into the truth behind this shocking incident. Was Zach doing all of this for fame, or is there a darker truth behind it? It all began back in 2018 when Zach moved into the neighbourhood to live with his grandparents. The Durhams, his neighbours, first approached him to complain about his reckless driving in the area. Zach apologised, and you might think that would have been the end of it. But no, Zach continued to speed around the neighbourhood. The Durhams remained annoyed by his driving, and tensions only worsened. Zachary, a National Guard private, frequently posted on TikTok, flaunting his cars and military status. His posts often included captions like "cuts everybody off," "what are blinkers," "road rage," and "loud exhaust." Other posts revealed how he viewed himself with captions such as "I can drink more than you," "anger issues," "always loud," and "has guns." Not exactly the ideal next-door neighbour, right? This spring, as arguments with the Durhams escalated, Zach and his wife Sarah, yes, he was married at 18, filmed their confrontations and posted them on TikTok. In one video, Mrs. Durham confronts Zachary about his driving again, and you can see him exacerbating the situation by calling her a Karen.
What are you gonna do, Karen?
That's not my name, so get my name straight. Go ahead.
You okay, Karen?
She reacts exactly as he anticipates, saying, "My name's not Karen. Get my name right." Zach then makes things even worse by telling her to get his license plate.
Go ahead, get my tag.
Go.
Get my tag, Karen.
My name is not Karen, so get my name straight.
Get my tag, it's okay.
And without holding back, Catherine starts shouting the numbers out loud.
A45MFA.
He aimed to portray his neighbour as a nosy, overly anxious person who constantly bothered him and intruded on his business. When Zach uploaded this video, it went viral, amassing over 3 million views on TikTok. Viewers responded with various mean comments, encouraging Zach to retaliate against his neighbours and mess with her even more. This seemed to fuel Zach's fire. A few days later, he drove up to Mrs. Durham's house shouting, "Hey Karen, we went viral." Over the next few weeks, Zach continued uploading unsettling videos of their ongoing arguments. In one clip, the Durham's son, William, tries to open Zach's car doors. Zach claims that William was trying to pull him out of the car, saying that Karen's son found out the video went viral. He also warns William, "I got a knife, dude." Allegedly, there was even a deleted clip on Zach's TikTok where Zach Latham holds a gun and says, "This is how you handle your neighbours." You might be wondering why the Durhams didn't take any action to stop Zach from harassing them. According to them, they did try, but the police didn't do anything because the courts were closed due to the pandemic, preventing them from filing their complaint. Then, on May 4th, 2020, things reached a tragic climax. Tensions between Zach and his neighbours were running high. On this terrifying day, Zach allegedly swerved his car at the Durham's 17-year-old son as he rode his bike through the neighbourhood. The Durhams decided enough was enough. Mr. Durham tried to tackle Zach as he drove home by pulling his truck across Zach's car, blocking him in. Mrs. Durham then confronted Zach about the incident with her son while she was recording the argument on her phone. The video reportedly shows Zach elbowing Mrs. Durham, knocking the phone out of her hand and then speeding off. Determined to resolve the issue, the family went to Zach's house to confront him. The Durham's sons were the first to approach the property, while Sarah Latham, Zach's wife, filmed the scene on her phone. According to Zach's public defense lawyers, the video shows her telling the neighbours to get off their property and warning them that they wouldn't like what was coming out of the house. Whether it was a threat or just a warning is unclear, but the Durhams continued to approach Latham's property, joined by their parents. Zachary Latham went inside and reappeared with a stun gun and a knife. In the moments that followed, Zach allegedly fired his stun gun at the Durham's son. In response, William Durham lunged at Zach, who then slashed him with the knife and ran back towards his garage, with William Durham following him in the ensuing chaos. The stun gun could be heard several times. Zach then stabbed William under the arm, puncturing his lung. Afterwards, Zach called emergency services, claiming he had been assaulted.
There's blood all over the place. I just got assaulted and jumped, but I got beat up really bad and there's blood all over me.
The emergency responder eventually tells him to wait for the police.
Said they had guns and they were going to kill us, and they came in my garage and attacked all of us. There was 4 people.
Okay, hold on 1 second for the police, okay?
William Durham, Zach's neighbour, sadly succumbed to his injuries and died. But the story takes an even stranger turn. Mrs. Durham and her sons were charged with trespass and assault, while Zachary faced manslaughter charges. In court, Zachary's lawyer argued that he acted in self-defence, protecting himself after the Durhams trespassed onto his property. He claimed that the Durhams brought this tragedy upon themselves by refusing to leave. According to a court filing, Zach's lawyer stated that the Durhams saw Zach as the James Dean of the neighbourhood, driving too fast and with a loud car, and they decided to straighten him out. Unsurprisingly, the Durhams dispute this version of events. In June, the family's lawyer wrote a letter accusing Zach of planning the attack. In their letter, the lawyers state that Zachary recorded the incident with the intention of posting the video online to become TikTok famous. They argue that Zachary's self-defense claim doesn't hold water. Instead, they allege that Zach lured the Durhams onto his property with the specific intent to attack them. They assert that if Zach truly feared for his or Sarah's safety, they would have retreated inside, called the police, and stayed there. However, they didn't, because their plan was to lure the Durhams, attack them, and record it for TikTok. The Durhams are seeking first-degree murder charges against Zachary and argue that they shouldn't be facing any charges since Zach orchestrated the attack and lured them deliberately. Their lawyers contend that the family has been wrongfully treated as criminals when they are actually victims. So, what do you think? Did an 18-year-old really attack and kill his neighbour just to gain TikTok fame, or was it a tragic accident? Will we ever know the truth? Whatever it may be, this situation highlights how devastating it can be when chasing clout goes too far. Additionally, the Q Crime channel offers numerous other captivating cases for you to explore. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with Q Crime videos every day. Farewell for now, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our future videos.